It is currently not looking good for Kris Tyson, and I would even say the whole entire Mr. Beast team. Not because like the Mr. Beast team themselves are directly involved with all this stuff that has come out about Kris Tyson, but because this stuff about Kris Tyson that has come out within the last, pretty much 12 hours is so bad that this is definitely going to have some kind of ripple effect and is obviously going to go down, where Jimmy's going to get a lot of consequences and a lot of questions brought on top of him. And not just that, but supposedly because he has actually known about the type of behavior that Kris has displayed, that is going to be going over in this video. So in this video, we're going to be covering mainly two things. And in the first part of this video, we're going to be covering Kris Tyson's very questionable love for lolicon, and then in the second part of the video we're going to be talking about him messaging, putting out inappropriate messages towards minors. So the first part we're going to get into is his inappropriate love for lolicon. Now, if you don't know what lolicon is a Japanese art style where it depicts minors in a very sexually and inappropriate ways. It is extremely disgusting, and anyone who likes lolicon in any way, shape, or form is a complete imbecile and literally gone past the realm of being a fucking degen. So there's a lot of evidence that has come out towards Kris Tyson showing his love for lolicon. So there is this artist who goes by the name of Shade Base, and this guy is a very infamous and disgusting person. They are literally 33 years of age. When I was doing my research on this, I found out that they are at the age of 33 years, and they have been making for many years now lolicon art and have been posting it on the internet. One of their arts that they have posted is this one right here. This is obviously, it has to be blurred out extensively, but this is an image that I got from a YouTube video, which I'm going to link down below. And this is the original YouTube video, which came out about a week ago, exposing Kris for all of this type of stuff of his love for lolicon. It's made by a YouTuber named Adrox, saying this video will make you hate Kris Tyson. And they displayed this image right here of this depicting a minor with the cap saying, please be patient, I have autism, as well as having a fidget spinner for an earring, having a gun in their mouth, and obviously, as you can see, a lot of things are having to be blurred out within this image. And Kris Tyson has been shown that saying that he has replied to some of Shade Base's tweets, such as this one, saying that this is coming from a guy who owns Shade Base Drawing and has it as a centerpiece in his living room. And there's been other screenshots, multiple screenshots. Now, I don't want to directly take and just steal everything from this guy's videos, so I definitely recommend going to watch his video if you want to see like more evidence of all this kind of stuff. Like I said, I don't want to just rip everything from his video, but it has been shown in previous videos that Kris actually has this on his wall within his living room. A piece, like, imagine having something this disgusting on your wall somewhere, anywhere in your house. Not only that reply as well, but there's also another reply that's right here saying that he has replied to what has now been a tweet from a suspended account. And obviously I have a definite feeling that the account that he was replying to was some kind of lolicon account. And as you can see right here, this is from a tweet in 2016 where he replied to it saying, "Nothing gets my knob a cranking like some lolly." That right there is absolutely goddamn disgusting. What part of your brain thinks that that is appropriate in any way possible? Even back in 2016, lolicon in no way should be, it is a terrible and disgusting art. And what baffles my brain even more about this is that this has been mentioned multiple times. There was actually a post on the YouTube drama site where this person put it out saying, while there's a lot of transphobic bullshit that should be debunked, Kris Tyson was still a massive Shadmain fan, even commissioning art from him, which made a cameo in one of Mr. Beast's video. She is not as clean as a lot of y'all would like her to be. And it's really funny because then the mod team says right here, this is just misinformation. There's no evidence she commissioned this piece. But then yet again, we bring up that old tweet that I first mentioned saying that this is coming from someone who owns a Shade-based drawing and has it as a centerpiece in his living room. So I don't know what these YouTube drama, moderators on Reddit are trying to do. If anything, they are the one that are trying to hide this kind of supposed misinformation, which is literally right in front of all of our eyes. Now, obviously, liking lolicon and supporting lolicon in any way possible to me is disgusting. It may not necessarily be illegal, and I've seen so many people say like, oh, but it's not illegal and it's not actually a child. It's disgusting. I don't give a damn if it's not illegal, and you know, in Japan it's acceptable. I love Japan. I love Japanese culture. I love anime. You know, Japan is one of those countries that I would definitely love to go and visit one day, but I would still say that that part of their culture is disgusting. And if you support or like lolicon in any way possible, I find you deplorable and disgusting in every way possible. But what makes all of this even worse is that Kris Tyson is now being exposed for talking inappropriately to minors and actually directly messaging these minors as well. So this originally came out over a month ago. That's right, this has been around, this has been like exposed and out there on the internet for around about a month. But the reason why, and I was very surprised, because this video was posted by someone named Prism42, and this is a 40-minute video, which I'm going to link that video down below as well, and I definitely recommend going and watching that. But then the reason why I saw that it hadn't really picked up any traction is because this person is a relatively small YouTuber, and as someone who is a relatively small YouTuber myself, you know that whenever it comes to, you know, trying to pick up traction on videos, it can take a little bit for news to get out there, especially if you're someone who is actually breaking all of this news and not just hopping onto trends like mostly I do. But they made this video and they were exposing Kris Tyson for speaking inappropriately to someone who is a 13-year-old. That's right. There has been multiple tweets and multiple cases. And like I said, if you want to go show a whole load of evidence, I'm only going to show a little bit on this channel because I definitely don't want to steal everything that Prism has collected themselves. But I'm going to be showing a couple screenshots right here. So this first one here is of Lava. And this is the person in question who, at the time, while Kris was speaking to them, Kris first met them when Kris was at 20 years of age and Lava was at the age of 13. That's right, a 7-year difference in age, 20 to 13. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I was 20 years old, you would never catch me speaking to any 13-year-old whatsoever. Even when it comes to me now and me being a creator and having somewhat of a fan base, I never message any of my fans directly and would never reply to them, especially if any of them are underage. Yes, of course, you interact with fans who are definitely underage, especially if you're streaming or in the comment section of your videos. But to directly message them in any way possible and reply to them in these ways on public platforms as well. So first of all, Lava replies to one of Kris Tyson's tweets about Kris streaming, to which Lava says, please stream again. Kris then replies to him saying, thanks, Dad. You want to moderate it? Which Lava replies to saying, I'd love that. Now, calling someone who is a lot younger than you, especially around the age of 13, while you were around the age of 20, calling them dad, to me, that is extremely, extremely weird. And then we also go to this tweet right here, where Lava says, check again and at CCAS underscore YT, which I think might be Kris's like old tag. I'm not 100% sure. And then Kris replies to him saying, I posted some fire nudes for you. Please no share. I don't know about you guys, but yeah, saying that to someone who was underage while you were around the age of 20 is absolutely inappropriate and disgusting as well. But what makes this even more inappropriate is that Kris actually had this person on Snapchat. And to me, adding someone who is underage on Snapchat and a fan in any way possible, to me, that's extremely inappropriate. Even adding someone on Snapchat who is underage is really, really weird. I don't think I've ever added a fan or anyone on Snapchat that I don't know directly, especially someone who's underage. To me, that is weird. And not just that, this is the message that Kris Snapchatted to them, with him Snapchatting a picture of themselves with the American flag in the background saying, coming for America. Now, if I sent this to one of the boys and it was like, yeah, I'm Aussie, so I'm not an American. So imagine I had the Australian flag in the background and I said, coming for Australia. And I said that to one of the boys. It would be funny and it would be a stupid little joke. Not really like, oh my God, I'm dying laughing on the floor kind of joke, but it's be like, oh, that's kind of stupid joke. But sending this to someone who is underage is really, really inappropriate and really, really weird. But we have actually gotten a response from the person themselves. That's right. Lava themselves has actually tweeted out about all of this situation. So they made this original tweet saying that these videos are massive lies and twisting the truth. Ava never did anything wrong and just made a few edgy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favor and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? The situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I am not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all. One thing that's really funny is that there are videos exposing Kris Tyson for speaking to this person inappropriately, but what's even funnier is that the videos that Lava actually took a screenshot of were not actually the videos exposing Kris for speaking to minors inappropriately. These videos were actually strictly talking about the whole entire lolicon situation. So one of the people who actually made these videos replied to Lava themselves saying, I have no idea who you are and never mentioned you in my video. You need to stop lying. My videos focus on Kris Tyson's history of engaging with art that depicts minors sexually, which I find deplorable, which I also find deplorable as well. If there is something I'm missing, do let me know. And then they also made another tweet out saying that, can you guys help me counter all these lies? Kris's messages to me were sent in public Discord servers / groups, but everyone is framing it as if it was one-on-one. Kris literally did nothing wrong. Now, I find this very, like, a lot of the times, you know, when it comes to this, if someone comes out and says, like, no, this person didn't do this to me, you know, a lot of the times you'd go like, oh, this is all seems a misunderstanding. But from these messages and from these replies that we've seen, why is it that this person, it seems like this person, Lava, is, like, defending Kris for their actions, which is, even though they might not seem it as being, oh, it's just some edgy jokes. But them going ahead and saying that Kris never actually interacted with me one-on-one. What about the Snapchat? That wasn't in a public Discord. That wasn't in some group. That was a Snapchat sent to you directly. That's inappropriate. So I don't know why. And even then, I've seen a lot of people in the comments replying to this person Lava, and this person Lava now is of the age, is now 20 years of age, and I have to agree with a lot of the people that are saying this in the comment section, is that this person was supposedly groomed. And if you have been groomed from a young age, you think that the actions that are being put towards you aren't inappropriate, and that they're, a matter of fact, they're fine with what's being said. If all of this stuff has been sent to you from a young age, you starting to get into your brain that this stuff is just some edgy jokes. But these aren't just some kind of edgy jokes. This is inappropriate stuff to say to a minor, especially directly in group chats. And also as well, is that Keemstar was actually able to reach out to this person, Lava. So Mr. Beast contacted me directly to Lava, the alleged Kris Tyson groomed victim. Lava says, I was not groomed by Kris Tyson. Lava also stated that I did not meet Kris Tyson by myself. I met Kris and the Mr. Beast crew with my family present. Lava also said that I ran a Discord with Kris Tyson when I was 13 and edgy and inappropriate jokes were said. That's it. Now, when it comes to Lava not being groomed, it's very hard to say this because when you are groomed, you don't know that you're being groomed. I mean, running a Discord with someone who is around the age of 20 and making edgy and inappropriate jokes was said, that's it. Making edgy and inappropriate jokes towards minors in a Discord server is extremely inappropriate and should not be made whatsoever. But as you could just imagine, even though this has only been out for around like not even 12 hours, the backlash for this has been major. Extremely huge, and there's been a lot of people that have been massively outspoken about this, and there's one of them is Jimmy Franklin, who is actually a former person who was on the Mr. Beast crew, and he actually tweeted this out hours ago, stating that Jimmy knew, full stop, saying that Jimmy knew about all of this inappropriate behavior by Kris. And you know what, to be honest, I have to kind of agree with him. I feel like that's got to be true, right? I feel like Jimmy has definitely known about all the type of inappropriate behavior from Kris. They also retweeted this saying that while we're at it, Kris should tell everyone how old the girl was he was snapping that sent him his first ever pair of Gucci slides. I would also love to know that as well. That just seems like this story goes a lot deeper. And to be honest, whenever there's one victim, a lot of times in these situations, if there is one victim, sometimes there is more than one. Majority of the times, whenever someone is being groomed or someone's sending inappropriate messages to a minor, a lot of the times, I'm not saying every single time, but a lot of the times, there's always more than one, which is a big chance that considering Jimmy has said, that Jake has said this, there might be someone else involved in this whole entire situation as well. Another person that has been very outspoken about Kris Tyson in general over like the last few months has been Nick Merckx. And I'll tell you right now that after the backlash that Nick Merckx copped, like what was it, a month ago, for like basically calling out Kris Tyson, saying that Kris Tyson was a terrible father or mother or however like Kris Tyson identifies as, now I'm not really like, sure if they'd still consider themselves a father towards their child. But, Nick Merckx was very outspoken about how they are now a terrible father, letting their son wear high heels and all that kind of stuff. And he tweeted this out saying that, wow, who would have thought? And there's also a clip going around of him just absolutely shitting on Kris Tyson while reacting to one of these videos on his stream earlier today.
In 2018. In the same year,
This guy Beast came out and said Ava is a great father to his 2-year-old boy. Or her, whatever the fuck. That's what he said on Twitter. To me, this fucking character, man. I don't care how popular you are. I don't care how much money you got, how much power you think you got. Dog, I like, if we were in person, I'd fucking grab him by his neck. Don't speak to me that way. Are you out of your fucking mind? He's got his 2-year-old boy in heels that fit. There's a concern here. And if there isn't for you, then you are part of the problem. It's not okay. It's not healthy. It's weird now.
This whole entire Kris Tyson situation is really terrible. I also saw this as well, which is just like a quick little, let's just add this in as well. Let's just pile on top of the crap about Kris Tyson. That's Kris Tyson also endorsed revenge porn towards Jeanette McCurdy, the one of the main stars in iCarly. She was Sam, if you ever did watch the show back in the day. But Kris Tyson made this YouTube video saying that, like, oh, there's some inappropriate pictures of Jeanette McCurdy who was put out by her ex-boyfriend. If you want to go see them, they're linked down below, which is extremely terrible thing to do towards a girl, especially if, like, you know, her nudes got leaked without her consent in any way possible. But this Kris Tyson now, like, their Twitter has been completely wiped. Apparently, they wiped their Twitter and got rid of all of their tweets around about a month ago. But obviously, like, they would have gotten rid of their tweets for obvious reasons. You know, the only reason why people would delete their whole entire channel, all of their tweets and everything that they've ever put on the, try to delete everything they've put on the internet in the past, is because they've obviously done something wrong. But you have to know, once something's on the internet, it's there forever. I mean, I know that myself. You know, you could delete stuff, you could private things, but once you said something, once you've posted something out on the internet, it's there forever. And Kris, no matter what you delete, no matter what you try to say, all this stuff is out there. And you're not getting away with any of this stuff now. But I would definitely like to hear what you guys have to think about this down below. That's going to be it from me. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that stuff. Peace out.